Every day of my life, I approach it with a state of empathy, right?
Hold up, Jay Will. I'm gonna let you finish in a minute. Can I talk to y'all real quick? Cool. I feel like I've been walking through this, forest on this journey, and now I don't want to step into the quicksand. Disseminating bad energy is just counterproductive to my plan, my purpose. Now, when I think about that word purpose, what is our purpose here? Like, why do we continue to dialogue about these spoon-fed topics, right? Like, I had to really step back and understand the discourse that even I'm having via social media. Like, what is the purpose for me having that particular discourse? Is it to give other people some type of understanding, or like, what if the people that I'm speaking to already are in alignment with my thought process? At that point, I'm now preaching to the choir, as they say. And even if I do run across people who differ from my point of view, what then is my purpose at that point? Like, am I trying to get them to align with my purview, or am I just offering a different perspective? Which typically that's what I'm doing. I'm just trying to offer a different perspective. But like, what is the tangible change that we're getting from a lot of these conversations? And like, if they're productive, cool, they're productive. But for the most part, for me, I just feel like a lot of it is distractions. It like has us in a state of confusion, in a state of infighting, a state of being that's counterproductive to our progression. And I could be wrong, because I don't know everything. I just know that we really have to come together. Because I'm just a conduit. I'm a conduit of good energy who tries to, I'm a millennial. I am a millennial. And at the end of the day, it's funny that Kyrie in his live, he mentioned precisely what's been on what I said in a video the other day. Our generation, the millennials, we shaking shit up. He tried to censor himself when he said ish. He be saying ish like we don't know you cuss. Kyrie, we know you cuss, bro. I've heard you cuss many a time. But I get it. But we're gonna shake shit up. I think the generation that came before us, you gotta remember, those are the civil rights. They came up in the 50s and the 60s and the 70s. And I'm not saying that everybody from that generation was, quiet, because there's plenty of people in those generations that didn't mind shaking shit up. You know what I'm saying? But I do feel that our generation is a little different. I think we're cut from a little bit of a different cloth. When it comes to the betterment of our people, I'm gonna say it. I'm not gonna sit there and hold back. I'm not gonna just let shit fly. I've always been very outspoken. I've always asked questions. If I didn't understand, especially if it didn't make sense, I gotta ask why. Like, make it make sense. Make 2 + 2 = 4. If you can't make 2 + 2 = 4, then we gotta have a longer conversation. I just want to get off of this whole thing, honestly. I want to get off of this whole Kyrie, Hebrew. It's quicksand. I just feel like it's quicksand. I do feel like the conversations need to be had. But I think we have to start looking at it from a strategic standpoint, and also what is our end goal standpoint, Really, why I made this video was just to give Jay Will his flowers, because the same way we knock people down for not speaking out, for like your Shaqs and your Charles Barkleys.
Can we say that plants from Texas are dumb?
Your Shannon Sharps. Even Shannon Sharp changed his tone. Like, even he's speaking in a different. I think they had time to sit back and look at how Twitter was eating their asses up. Possibly. I'm not saying that's what happened. I'm just saying that is what happened. And then now they moonwalking better than Michael Jackson. So shout out Jay Williams. kind of feel like Jay Williams be watching my videos or something. Jay Will, you be watching my videos? Because you echo a lot of the stuff I be saying. I mean, I'm not mad. That's what I make them for. I just want to know, do you watch my videos, bro? If so, let me know. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. And make sure you share my videos. Don't just watch them in the dark like a ghost. But if he doesn't watch my videos and we're speaking on the same, the same way, that just means that energy is in both of us. And that's all good. I don't need to be the messenger. As long as the message is getting out there, I don't care how or through whom it goes. Just as long as the message is there and as long as we're making the change, the tangible change that we want to see. So shout out Jay Williams. I just wanted to play this video that I found on Twitter. Dope commentary, Jay Will. Keep pushing against the powers that be. Keep understanding that this is not about us, bro. Like, this is really not about us. See, once I came into the understanding that it's not about me, it's about the future generations. And so once you come into the realization and the understanding that it's our job is to create for them, for my kids, your kids, their kids. Once you realize that our job is for them, you'll be better off. Ask yourself these questions. Am I truly living as if it's my last day? Am I truly living as if it's my last day? If I were to transition, or whatever way you think or however you look at it, if I were to no longer exist right now in this physical body, in this physical time, in physical space, what legacy are you going to leave? And if we're just living day to day to jump on social media, to scroll, what are we doing? I wish y'all peace, love, and light. Watch this video. And tomorrow, strive to be better than you were today. And then the next day, be better than you were the day before, right? So, peace.
Every day of my life, I approach it with a state of empathy, right? Regardless of what color, what creed, what race you are, I look at people as human beings. I think that's important. But life is always about taking a stand and holding principles. So I want to explain what I feel like my stance is as a black male in this world, okay? And conversations that I've had with my brothers and sisters in the black community. And I want you guys to empathize with it and hear me on it. So when I hear what Kyrie Irving has to go through in order to be reinstated, I'm appalled. I'm appalled. And let me give you examples of how I feel like we don't have the same energy and hold other people who have dealt with racial tropes accountable. So when Sarah Silverman does blackface, or when Don Imus says nappy-headed hose, or when Howard Stern calls somebody the N-word in the skit, or when Brett Favre takes money from the state of Mississippi, we don't ask them to get sensitivity training. We don't ask them to donate $500,000. We don't ask them to meet with the Black National Caucus. They apologize, and then you know what? The rest of the world moves on. But what I feel like is happening here, and that's how in the black community, like we've been told that's how the process works, right? Think about that, Bert. That's how the process works. Oh, somebody does a blackface. Oh, it was a misunderstanding. We got it. Okay. Is that person really racist? Probably not. Was it ignorant? Probably so. Okay. We understand it. We move forward. We don't like it. We would love to hold them accountable. But society and having a lot of black people in positions of power, we don't have the governability to do that. But what we feel like happens with Kyrie is even after an apology, it's not enough. We feel like there needs to be more. And a lot of people I've spoken to over the last couple of days talk about this thing. Older mentors of mine talk about buck breaking. So we talk about tropes. This is something that we feel like in the black community that happened way back in the day, where if there was a slave that was defiant, right, he got broken in front of everybody in order to show that he was not in a position of power. And that at the end of the day, he had to do what he was told to do because that's what was mandated of him. And there's a bigger situation going on. What's happening with Kyrie Irving? If the Nets don't want him to be there, just say you don't want him to be there. But we should hold everybody accountable, even owners of teams accountable, with things that are happening in other countries, i.e. China and Uyghurs and the Muslim genocide that is occurring, that we hear Enes Cantor talk about. But we don't keep the same energy for everybody. We pick and choose what conversational points we want to make more polarizing. And I might lose my job. I might lose deal opportunities in the future for speaking out about even the platforms that continue to promote and profit a movie that is considered anti-Semitic to billions of people. They don't have to be accountable. Who is accountable? But we're going to put everything on the shoulders of Kyrie Irving, who, even though he said, I cannot be anti-Semitic because if I know where I came from, stating that he's one of the 4 lost tribes. He's saying that blacks and Jews come from the same entity, the same thing. But we don't want to understand nuance. We want to be triggered by words. And we like fire. And we like things that are, going viral on social media, and everybody has some kind of hot take, and we're calling people idiots, and we're calling people names because that's what we do. We just destroy each other. I ain't gonna destroy each other, man. I'm not gonna do that. Is Kyrie Irving anti-Semitic? Hell no. Could he have gone about it maybe a different way? That's what I would have advised him to do. But I'm not gonna let you guys sit out here and make this dude out to be like he is a villain, like he is a bad person. He is looking to explore his heritage. Now, you can crucify me if you want. I don't give a damn anymore. It's time for people to start speaking out with nuance and speaking out on the principles they stand for. That's all I'll say.